Hey, this is Raymond and Linda. We are moving. It is moving day. Yeah, and this is our typical list of the pack it up and move it process that we do every single time that we jump to a different location. So we'll give you a little breakdown as to what we do every single time.
Every single time.
She does inside.
Mostly.
I do most of the outside stuff or the nasty things like the septic line. Yeah.
I don't do that. That's the only thing I don't do.
You're going to learn.
I don't know.
You're going to learn. She's going to learn. So anyway, this is how it goes. And we got it down to about probably 10, 15 minutes, I think.
Well.
You know, unless we're just screwing around.
Yeah.
All right, heading to the back.
All right. I always just make sure all the cupboards and closets are closed. And we're going to bring the slide in a minute. So I want to make sure there's nothing blocking the slides. And I bring the blankets up just because I don't want them getting caught in the slide. And we store bins under here. So before we bring in the slides, I take out the bins and bring them here. And we also have our paddleboard that goes under there. Goes right there. And
then there's one more down on the floor by your left foot.
Yeah. And then we bought an uber thick mattress.
Yeah.
Because I really wanted one.
Yeah, we got the too thick mattress, and then when we went to put the slide in, we went, oh no, it's too tall, and it won't go underneath that cabinet over there.
So Raymond did magic.
We did magic. We cut off 6 inches of the end right there, and then we just flip it up, and then it just sits in. It sits in. What is that? What is that wrap thing that's around the mattress?
Oh, it's just the.
Yeah, it just kind of holds it into place. So it hasn't been a problem. It sounds stupid, but it hasn't been a problem.
And then we have this sliding door in the back, and if you don't make sure it's closed, it will whack.
Yeah, it
when
slams
you're driving
shut.
down the road. So I found something.
And it's loud. It's not fun.
So
that's her little trick tool. Shows it doesn't break her fancy fingernails off.
And then the shower, I just make sure it's locked and make sure that Raymond didn't leave the shaving cream out.
Yeah,
so that doesn't fall down, because that's never happened.
Okay, let me go in there. The other thing that you got to do is make sure that the vents are all closed so they're not straight up, flapping in the breeze.
I'm going to do that.
Yeah.
I'm going to do it.
Okay.
Okay. And then we just have this basket we just put in here.
Yeah, we put that in there because usually it wants to slide off on the floor.
Make sure the mirrors
are shut.
And the water pump is
And off. Make sure the water pump is off. Moving to the front.
We got our Berkey. We store that in the sink.
Berkey goes in the sink.
Let's go over here. So anything that can slide on the counter, you got to make sure that it's secure.
And being that this rig is going down the road and it's bouncing over potholes and doing all that kind of stuff, you get funny little rattles like this. So we'll put just a piece of paper towel. There you go.
And even this rattles.
Yeah, that thing rattles. So she's learned a little trick.
Yeah. And then
just stupid little things that just wiggle around.
Anything that slides off the counter.
Yeah.
These knives have gone flying off.
Yeah, hit a real roller on the road and sent that. So we tuck it over there, and it doesn't want to work itself off onto the floor and throw sharp knives all over the floor. That's always fun.
Actually slides too, so we kind of slide it back like that.
Yeah, it wants to wiggle its way off.
Make sure that the fridge is shut. There's another vent I need to close. All the cabinets are closed. No loose items. Raymond, you're going to do your computer.
Yeah, so this is the oversized computer for the very small space, but I love my computer.
It worked out pretty well. We got that little table and...
Yeah, so I just lay it down right here. Face down on that, slide that over it, and that's about it. It's good to go. Sometimes I'll tie this to this, like with my robe belt or whatever. I'll just tie it there so it doesn't want to fall forward if I slam on the brakes real hard.
Slides.
We'll bring the slides down, but first, got a little security dongle.
You gotta go beep beep first.
Just like that. Just like that. got to have it started, got to have the emergency brake on, and then we'll go up since we've already kind of checked everything.
Yeah, you want to make sure that there's nothing blocking the slide.
Because there's enough power behind that where it will mangle something. Like if your chair, if this here is tipped too far back, when that slide comes in, it'll bend it pretty good.
The garbage
can will slide.
Yeah, it's okay.
Pretty lightweight, but so slide's coming in.
Slide's coming in. Making sure it's all good on the side of the chair.
Yeah.
And then once he does that slide, I usually come back and do this one. Oh, and I always make sure that's locked too.
Yeah.
Slide in. Checked already.
There we go.
Lights are off.
So we're all tucked in, ready to roll that way. So now the next order of business, we always like to bring in the big slide first, and then the second slide while the engine is running, because it seems to have more power for the motor to bring it in. It's better on the system, I think, to have the engine running while those big slides are coming in. So then once that's done, we can come over to our little panel here, hit auto store. Now the whole rig is going to come down because it's up on legs right now. So the back end is going to be there. I don't know if you can see in the
Doing its thing.
relation to the window, the back end is dropped because the back end was lifted at this site. This is the most out of level site that we've had so far.
Okay.
And I like to do that because I like to, there's still stuff to do outside, but the slides, I mean the down legs are good to bring those up because they take a while to actually come all the way up. So, but they're down far enough now where we can go outside and start, you know, pulling out the, I've made some little wooden supports for underneath of the down legs. So we can start pulling those out from underneath those and tucking in the outside. The Starlink at this particular site, the back end was up really high in the air, so I just opted to put it on the little stand down on the ground. Normally we have a flagpole buddy system that is mounted on the back of our ladder that it goes up there, but it's just sitting on the ground this time, so made it a little easier. I hear bullfrog.
Really? That's what that was?
Yep. So on our system, I have determined it's best to unplug it from that. And then I got a cord reel. I can just fish and pull myself right back up to the RV.
And that's what I would have done.
So this sits inside on the seat, so that doesn't go anywhere. Next order of business, come around to the back side, and on this particular site, we only had water and power, and I've already actually put the water hose, I've already rolled that up and put that away, but I'm going to disconnect power, roll the cord up, and that all gets tucked in here. And there's no septic dump here, so we got to go to the dump station. So I don't know if we'll film that part of the procedure or not, because it's lovely.
Maybe that's another day.
But this is going to be some amazing filming, I'm sure. It's on.
Uh-oh, yeah. You always got to make sure that the steps go back down.
Yeah, that first step's a Lulu. When the engine turns on, it tucks in automatically, so you got to watch it. Okay. So these are our little wooden spacer things that we made to go up underneath of the down legs. 4x6. Put a taper on the front so you can roll them up and use them as a ramp if you ever had to. Put ropes underneath here and drilled the knot down inside the wood so it doesn't wear off. And then you got this to pull.
In case there's rattlesnakes.
A rattlesnake, you know, tucked in.
Which we've heard
you can
stories.
see it. Yeah. So so I can pull them from a distance and no snaky. Because my bin down here is filled up with firewood temporarily. These are going in here, right behind the seat for now. Well, I'll get the rest of those things out in a little bit. But we can take this.
That little step sure has come in handy.
Yeah, I didn't think we were going to actually need it, but we have needed it probably 80% of the time. This goes in first. You get a process. Almost. There we go.
So the last thing that we do before we take off is we always do our departure checklist, just to make sure that we didn't forget anything, because we're always afraid that we're going to forget something. So
like the power's plugged into the power pole and then we jerk it into the next county.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
And we've seen people with slides running down the freeway, their slides are out. So we know that
it can happen.
It can happen. Okay. So
just like the airline pilots.
That's right. Turn light off in water bay.
Yep.
Starlink is disconnected and stowed.
Yep.
Disconnect sewer.
Didn't do it. Didn't need it yet.
Water.
Water's disconnected.
Propane knob off.
No.
We forgot. That's one that we always forget. So
we always forget that.
Propane knob off. All bays.
So the reason we turn the propane knob off is because running on propane going down the freeway, I think you can probably do it, but we just let it run on 12 volt because we're only going to be going for not very far, and it can run off 12 volt just fine.
Yeah. Make sure all bays are closed and locked.
They're not locked because I'm going to take everything right back out again, but once we stop at a location, like we're going into a store or something like that, I'll go around and lock them all.
Closed ceiling vents, yes.
Yep.
End of mattress, yes. Put in sliders, yes. Headache bumpers, yes. Those are the little foam things that you put on the slide so that you don't bump your head when you're outside.
Crack your noggin, but they've always blown off in the wind, and we don't hardly have any more anymore.
Secure sliding door in the back. I did that. All
Yep.
cabinets are closed and locked. Fridge is locked. Awning is in. Slide bins under bed towards closet. These are not in the order that they should be. Double check to make sure slides aren't blocked. Secure all loose items. Lawn chairs.
Yep.
Leveling blocks are stowed.
All stowed.
Outriggers are up.
They're almost up.
Bikes are closed and locked.
Yep.
Fridge is fine. Solar wires. We didn't do solar panels this time. Hammock you didn't take out. Bathroom mirrors, yes. Flagpole down. Starlink down. Modem. Oh,
modem is.
Still gotta unplug the.
Yep. Still gotta plug the modem.
Okay. Tire covers are stowed.
We didn't have those on this time, but that's usually part of the process.
And then the last thing, buckled in. We always make sure we're buckled before we go.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Every time. I'm so good about it.
Yeah. Hope this helps. And if you're interested, we could put a list of all of this on a PDF and post it on our site if you would like. Let us know.
And when we get to where we're going, when we set everything up, it's just the reverse.
That's right.
It's just the reverse of all that stuff, depending on the site and how much that you decide to put out.
Yeah. And you still have to go to the dump station, and we didn't talk about anything about the tow car, so.
Yeah. Yeah, normally we've got a little Honda CRV right there that rides along in behind us. And there's a procedure for setting up the tow vehicle, which we will go over sometime in the future.
There you go. See you later.